It's 5 o'clock on a Wednesday, and it's time for
Craig and Ryland's Magic Review Show.
with me, Craig Petty.
And me, Ryland Petty.
Hey, good job, boy. Yes, welcome back to another Craig and Ryland review show right here on
Magic TV.
Once again, we've got 5 tricks that we're looking at this week. I think it's becoming a habit, 5 tricks. I think we need to get back to 4. 5 tricks this week, including a trick that's absolutely terrible. Dire, rubbish, awful. One of the worst tricks that we've ever seen on this review show. We'll get to that in a bit. But we're going to start off with the exact opposite. A really clever trick. It's a brand new trick by the boys at Big Blind Media. So we're going to get into that straight away. Let's have a look at the first review. So the first trick we're looking at this week is the Big Kick by Liam Montier and Big Blind Media. And this is a self-working card trick. Now, the guys at Big Blind Media are no stranger to self-working card tricks. They brought out one of the, if not the best project on self-working card magic I've ever seen. And this is a self-working miracle, isn't it? First time I showed it at Ryland, and he watched it. He had absolutely no idea how it worked. It is a real fooler, and one of the reasons it's called the Big Kick is because there is magical moment after magical moment after magical moment with a massive sort of kicker at the end that no one sees coming, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to perform this for you first of all. Ryland's going to do a performance to me, and then once he's performed it, we're going to talk about exactly what we think.
Okay, so, Daddy, here I have a pack of cards.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got a pack of cards here.
Mm-hmm.
I give the cards a cut, like this, this, and this.
Okay.
Give the cards a cut. Now I'm going to take out some prediction cards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
First of all, we don't need the Joker, so I'm going to find the Joker and I'm going to take that out. Okay, so I'm going to take the Joker out. We don't need the Joker.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so we'll use this card.
Okay.
And we'll use this one.
Okay.
No. We'll use this one, actually.
Okay.
That one. So I'm going to use them 2 cards, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Now, all you're going to do is you're going to say stop anytime you want.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Stop.
Then, now do you want the ace or do you want the 3?
The ace.
The ace. Okay, so we'll put that one there. We'll put that one there.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm going to deal some more. You can say stop whenever you want.
Okay. Stop.
There.
One more.
One more. We'll put the 3 there.
Okay.
Okay, so, do you know what? I'm feeling lucky today.
You're feeling lucky?
Yeah, so we're going to use the Joker. So
Okay. Again?
Yeah.
Stop.
There.
Yes.
Put the Joker there.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll put the Joker there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so you put the cards wherever you wanted and you put it in
Yeah,
the
there, and there. Yeah.
So you had the 3. You could have picked anywhere. You had the ace. You could have put that anywhere. And you had the Joker.
Yep.
Now, you know what a mate is, but I'm going to explain it for the people. Yeah. Okay, so a mate is what, it's like a card that's basically the same as like that card. So the 3 of spades would be like the 3 of clubs, because it's a 3. And it's the black 3. It's a black 3.
Okay, got it.
So 3 of spades and the 3 of clubs and the ace of hearts and the ace of diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
So that Joker would be the colourful Joker.
Yeah, got it. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, would it be cool if I can find these cards, mate?
Well, especially as I was the one that put them back, that would be amazing.
Yeah, because you're not gonna use the Joker. We're gonna do something else for the Joker. But as I said, I feel lucky today. So we've got the 3 of spades, and we have the 3 of clubs.
That's cool.
That's cool, yeah. So that's what a mate is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With the ace of hearts, the ace of diamonds.
Wow.
That's another mate. Remember, I said we're going to do something different with the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
To name any card in the pack.
Any card?
Any card.
Let's go for the 4 of clubs.
The 4 of clubs. Are you sure you want the 4 of clubs?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, the 4 of... Would it be cool if the 4 of clubs was on this card?
Yeah, it'd be amazing.
Well, the 4 of clubs is actually on this card.
No way.
Yes, way. Because every single card in the pack is on there. But do you want to know where
there's the 4 of clubs.
Yeah, do you want to know where it came from?
Where?
Oh. From the actual... Can't spread today.
Sorry.
From the actual deck.
No
You
way.
can examine everything.
I can examine these.
Yeah, you can.
That's amazing.
100% legit.
So, that was an amazing performance, Ryland.
Thank you.
First of all, I mean, let's talk about practicality. It's not difficult at all, is it? Self-working. Really,
Nope.
really easy. There's not even that much procedure to remember. Like, you, literally watch the tutorial with me. It's like a 15-minute tutorial or something. Liam explains it. It goes into great detail. There's a live performance, which is good. But you watched the tutorial and then you pretty much had it down straight away, didn't you? It makes a lot of sense in terms of the procedure and how it works. It's one of those tricks that when you learn it, it pretty much goes into your head straight away. It's not like one of those things where you keep messing it up. It's really easy to learn, isn't it? Are you speaking today? Are you speaking? Okay, just thought I'd check.
Chicken out.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that really makes it for me.
Yeah, it totally fooled me when you I didn't know where they came from. I'm like, what?
The thing that really got me was the blank deck at the end.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming, and maybe I should have, I don't know, but I didn't see the blank deck coming. And what's really nice is everything is completely examinable.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the time when you do blank deck tricks and the deck turns blank, you can't examine the deck. There's some sort of trade-off. But with this, you can totally examine the deck. The other nice thing about this is, without letting you see the instructions, the other nice thing about this is it's reset immediately. So as soon as you've done it, you just put the cards back together and it's reset, ready to go again, which is really cool. Now, recently we actually reviewed on the show Brainstormer by Big Blind Media, which is the one I did to you with the blank cards.
Yeah.
I love that trick. I absolutely love that trick. I think this is as good as Brainstormer, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Think about it from an audience's point of view. They freely pick 2 cards, apparently, and yet they find the exact mates. Then you've got that really nice moment, which feels to me a little bit inspired by Virus Card by Mark Leverage, where you produce the 52-1 card, and then you've got the moment where all of the the cards become blank. There's nothing else really to say about this. It's very easy to do. If you saw the performance and you like the performance, you're not going to be disappointed. What you see is exactly what you get here. It's just a good trick, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just a really, really good trick.
Amazing.
The only thing that you need to be aware of is you need a table because you've got to deal a few packs of cards.
Yeah.
You couldn't really do this walk around.
Unless...
Could you? I don't think you could. Unless you had people hold their hands out, but that might get a little bit tricky.
Two and then 1.
Yeah,
you need
maybe.
3 people.
You need 3 people. There might be a way of doing it walk around, but they don't explain it as a walk around piece on the tutorial. They explain it as something that requires a table. But you don't need a close-up pad or anything. You can literally do it on any table service. But there you go. That's the big kick. I'm going to give this 95%. I really like this. I think this is really good. What are you giving it?
97.
97% from the Hidden Magician, 97% from Ryland, 95% from me. Honestly, Big Blind Media are really hitting it out of the park right now.
Yeah.
Every single trick that Big Blind Media bring out is exceptional.
Yeah.
And this is no exception. Like what I did there. This is no exception. Anyway, with that in mind, let's have a look at another trick. We're going to go straight on with another review.
Yeah.
So next up by Mere You Did Magic, who's one of my favourite magic dealers in the world, we have Big Bucks by Obie O'Brien. Now this is available directly from Mere You Did Magic, and by all means support him, or it is available from your favourite magic dealer. Now Obie O'Brien is, or was a very famous name in close-up magic. He ran the 4F convention for many, many years, and brought out a lot of incredible magic through the years. Unfortunately, he's passed away now. I'd never seen Big Bucks before actually watching this. And as you would expect with Mia Yadin Magic, the tutorial is amazing. Mia really spends time talking about the history of the trick and where Obie learnt it from and where it came from and all this different stuff, and then goes into a full tutorial of his routine. And then Obie, it cuts back to footage of Obie performing this and Obie explaining it as well. Just a really nice tutorial. Now, if you don't know what Big Bucks is, I really like this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to perform it for you. So I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like. Let's have a look at a performance of Big Bucks.
Okay, right. Did you know I used to live in America for a bit?
No.
So I used to work at an American summer camp in the Poconos in Pennsylvania, in Sturrock, called the Performing Arts and Sports Center.
Whoa.
And after that, I kind of backpacked around America for a while, seeing the sights. And I went to this little town on the East Coast. And I was there for a few days. And while I was there, I met a guy called Obie. And he was a bit of a con man. And he asked me to lend him some money. I was in this bar. He said, can you lend me some money? I'm good for it. So I lent him the money. And I lent him $80. And
That's a lot.
I know, I was leaving to go to the next town. And I couldn't find Obie. And I thought, well, I've lost $80. But then just as I was leaving to go to the train station, he was there. He appeared and he said, hey, I've got your money. Thanks for lending it me. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. And he gave me the money and he said, look, here you go. This is all the money. And I was like, Obie, you're lying. That's not all the money. There's just 4 tens there. That's $40. I lent you $80. He said, no, Craig, there's $80 there. There's 80, not 40. I went, Obie, there's 40. He said, look, let me show you. That's 10 and that one's 10. That's 20. And then that's 10 and that one's 10. That's 40. This one here is 50. This one here is 60. This one here is 70. And this one here is 80. That's $80. I said, Obie, I wasn't born yesterday. I'm not an idiot. That's not $80. All you've done is took the 40 and you've just counted each side twice. I know what you did there. And he was like, well, that's all I've got. And I said, luckily, I'm a magician. Look, Obie, look, this is what I'm going to do. And I snapped my fingers and I said, look, Obie, there's a 10 there, there's a 10 there. If you put 10 and 10 together, what does that give you?
20.
20. And I snapped my fingers. And when I did, I got a 20 right there. You see, that's a 20. And then I said, Obie, look, there's 20 over there. There's still 3 10s here, which is 30. Obie, let me ask you a question. What's 30 plus 20?
30 plus 20, 50.
50. And I snapped my fingers and I said, yeah, exactly. That's 50. There you go. That's 50 as well. And I said, 50 plus 20 is 70 plus 10 is 80. That's the $80 that you owe me right there. And this is $100 for me putting up with your rubbish. And that is what happened to me. That's my story. And I am sticking to it.
That's cool. I really love Big Bucks.
You love it, don't you?
Yeah.
What's nice is apparently the original bills that were supplied by Obie back in the day were made out of laminated, and this is made sort of more out of plastic. I actually prefer the bills. I actually prefer these bills. I think they're better. I think they look. I don't think I'd like laminated bills as much. They're really big. This is great for like a big table. I really plan on using this on sort of a big table. You can even do this in a parlour situation. Now, I also like the fact that, in America, the bills are different colours, so you end up with 4 different coloured bills. That's really nice as well. Because when you think about it, you've got 4 changes, which is exceptional. And when you put these away, they're instantly reset, ready for the next table. There's no 2 of the bills aren't examinable, 2 are. But to be honest, I don't think this is something that you would do where you would dwell on having people examine it. The way that I think that this would work is by almost like a performance piece. So you're saying, hey, let me tell you a story, and you're doing this thing and the bills are changing as you're putting them down. And at the end, you just pick them up and put them away. I think that's how you do this. I don't think people would want to examine them. But 2 of the bills can be examined. These 2 can be examined. So you could have it if you wanted to, where you're laying the bills down and the 2 nearest them are the ones that could be examined. Or you could just give them the $100 bill at the end. Something like that. There's ways around it. I know that there's going to be people concerned that are going to say, oh, this is made out of dollars. It's not made out of pounds. It's made out of dollars. And for me, that's totally not an issue. As long as you...
You can just say, yeah, like you said.
Yeah.
You're like, in America.
Yeah, I think as long as you justify it from a presentational point of view,
Yeah.
it's fine. I don't think it's an issue at all. This, for me, I think this is my trick of the week. I know it's not going to be your trick of the week, but maybe it is. I don't know. But this is my trick of the week. You've already told me you want one of these for yourself.
Yeah.
This is just really cool. You just have them in your pocket. I'm definitely going to do this. Like I'm probably going to do this walk around. Because you could do this walk around. You can absolutely do this walk around. Absolutely not a problem at all. I think this is so super visual. I really like it. I do a lot of gambling style magic. So doing this where you're kind of telling a story and telling a story about gambling and so on and so forth. I think that's a really, really smart idea. So I love it. I'm going to give this 100%.
110.
110%. Typical me Yiddick quality. Really well made. Really great tutorial. Live performances. It's exactly what a project should be. Magic producers take note. Follow Mia's lead. Big bucks. Obie O'Brien. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Perfect definition of pack small, plays big.
Yeah.
Love this.
Exactly.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
So next up, we have the Halo system by Patrick Cunn. Now, if you don't know the Halo system, it reminds me an awful lot of Banded by Garrett Thomas or Mercuring by Jay Sankey. And Patrick actually credits those two guys as inspiration behind this trick. Now, it's a 45-minute tutorial. There's no live performances that I could see, which is very strange with Patrick. What you have is you have three routines. You have the basic routine, you have the advanced routine, and then you have a linking fingerings routine as well. Let's have a look.
Which one did you do?
But without the linking fingerings routine uses these gimmicks and doesn't use like a himber ring as you would traditionally expect. I did the basic routine. I've got to be honest, I've never done a trick like this before. I've always watched Garrett do Banded and always thought it was really good. And I do a lot of ring magic, as you know, but I've never actually done anything like this. I've always just kind of not done any routines like this. So this was a completely new thing for me. So I'm going to do a performance of the basic routine.
Yeah.
Which is just the boom, 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 which is very, very quick. I've been practicing this for about a week. I'm okay at it. I'm gonna get better.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
You're okay.
I'm shooting.
I can't do it.
You can't do it.
I haven't even tried it.
No, but you said to me you liked it, but you said that it wasn't the sort of thing that you could see yourself doing. I don't know if I do it or not, but I have been practicing it a lot, like they've been in my pocket everywhere. Let's just have a look at a quick performance of the basic routine so you can see exactly what this is all about.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, I'm going to show you something with my ring. Okay. Do you want to do me a favour and check it out? Make sure it's okay?
Yep.
Just stick it on there. Is it good?
Yeah.
Would you like to see a miracle with my ring? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, watch this. I'm going to put it here on this finger, yeah?
Yeah.
Now watch. All I have to do is pull. And if I pull hard enough, I can move it from finger to finger until eventually it's right there on that finger. And you can take that, you can have a look at it. That's solid through solid.
Wow.
So that's the basic routine, and that's after about a week's practice. Now, maybe I just suck, I don't know, but I thought I did it okay, but if I keep practicing, it could be better, but I don't know if I'm going to keep practicing because I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to do this. What's nice about it is that you've got two rings and you've got the gimmick. I'm not going to show you the gimmick, but you've got two rings. And the reason I like that is if you do routines where there are two rings, like I do Ring on Wand by Vernon. I do my own version of the Vernon Ring on Wand routine. So if you do Ring on Wand or anything like that, having two rings is great because you can still do that routine, and then anytime you want to, you can bring the gimmicks in to be able to do the Mercury routine. Oh, not Mercury, sorry, the Halo project. Now, the difference between the basic version that I did and the more advanced version is with the more advanced version, as you pull it to the next finger, you show it. So you're kind of showing it as it goes from finger to finger. Whilst the version I did, you just pull, right? That's kind of the main difference. And the linking ring routine is really fun as well, and a very different approach to linking rings. Look, it is what it is. It's, if you've got Banded, you're probably not going to want this. If you've got Mercury, you're probably not going to want this. But this is a very well-produced trick.
Yeah, it's cool.
I mean, the packaging is nice. It comes in various different sizes. The rings are nice. To be honest, even if I don't do this, like I'm pretty sure I'm not going to, I will actually use these rings.
Yeah.
Because I think the rings are great, and I do a lot of ring magic. I just don't do this style of ring trick. So, it's nice. It's nice. It's not floating my boat, but that doesn't mean it's a good routine. Patrick did a very good job on the tutorial. It was really well thought out.
Yeah.
The trick itself is good, and you see Patrick doing it, and you're blown away. So yeah, it's nice, but not for me. I'm going to give it 79%. What do you think? Do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, 79.
79% as well. It's not for you either.
No, it's not.
Nah, it's good. It's good. We're not being negative about it because it's not. It's a good trick. It's a good project.
It's just
not something that we would do.
Yeah.
So 79%. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. Let's move on to something that's terrible. Okay, so the next trick we have is Trick or Treat by Zen Magic. Never heard of Zen Magic before. They have a 4-minute tutorial. The guy that's on the tutorial for Zen Magic is the same guy, I can't remember his name, is the same guy that we truly hate. That brought the Coke can guy, where the Coke can is on the thing, and the smiley face thing that was just terrible, and all the other terrible tricks that he's ever created. This says Trick or Treat is a book to tell a magical horror story. Every time you unfold a page, a funny character appears. You can choose a sweet flavour, and the witch will try and guess it with her flying broom. Yeah, so it's a story that you would tell at Halloween, and during the course of the story, you're opening the book and you're seeing characters from look, let me just do a performance of it first of all. So I'm going to do a performance of the trick, just so you can see exactly what it's all about, and then I'll tell you exactly what I think. So, Ryan, it's almost Halloween.
Yes.
You excited?
Yes, I'm going trick or treating.
I know, we love Halloween, don't we?
Yeah.
Would you like me to tell you a story?
Yeah.
About Halloween?
Yes, I love to.
Okay, so obviously when you think about Halloween, you think about candy, right?
Candy.
And I got a whole bunch of different candy here, right?
Yeah.
So first of all, I'm going to give this candy a bit of a mix up, okay?
Yeah.
And then as I go through, just any time you want to, just say stop.
Stop.
Yeah? Can you look at that?
Yeah.
All different colours, but can you remember that one?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
We'll cut it in. Do you want to give them a shuffle? And obviously, when you collect candy when you're trick or treating, what do you do with it?
Put it in a pumpkin.
No, you put it in a bag, not a pumpkin. Well, you can have those little like holders that look like
Yeah.
pumpkins, but normally
Like
it's a
that
bag.
one.
Yeah. So shove it in there. Shove it in the bag.
Candy. Bye-bye.
Okay, good. We'll put that over there. So this is a story. There's a story on the back. Would you like me to read it to you? It's a story about Halloween. Once upon a time, there was a very small, green-skinned man with a wooden stake in his head. Like him. Who, when you asked him something, he said he did not remember anything. Further down the road, there was a grumpy ghost with a very long tongue.
Looks like a cricket bat.
And he would get angry when asked questions. But further down the road, there was a red elf waiting for a Halloween party to come out and scare the kids. Suddenly, there was a very happy mummy, but with a very complicated day because he was tangled up in his own bandages. At the end of the night, the witches rode their brooms. There you go. At the end of the night, the witches rode their brooms, and she was able to guess everything. We dare you to ask what flavour of candy he had in his hand, and the latter mysteriously appeared on the broom. Well, let's try this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right here inside the bag, right?
Yeah.
Like this. With all of the candy in there. And you picked a candy. What did you pick?
The blue one.
The blue one. And now, on the end of the broom, we have the blue candy.
That's cool.
Really? You think this is cool?
No.
No, it's really not cool. Whatever. This is that's the Halloween story.
So that's the performance. There's a few things to talk about here. Now, the first thing to talk about is if you're going to... There's very little magical content in this. Like, there's very little magical content. The tutorial itself is like 3.5, 4 minutes long. There's no live performance. I don't understand, if you're doing a kid's trick, why you can't do a live performance. It's so easy to get a live performance of
Especially
a kid's
for
trick.
this.
Yeah, it's so easy to get a live performance. Like, you could get a live performance tomorrow. Absolutely not a problem. It shows me that the people that created this have never performed this ever. Because if you release a kid's trick and you haven't got a live performance, it's never been performed. It's never been performed. Somebody had an idea for a little book and they decided to go for it. The cards that you get for the suites are just ridiculous. First of all, the quality is the worst quality ever. It's like printed on business card stock. But then the backs, this one here, has just been cut wrong. But you can't, because it's got a white strip on that's part of the printing. That's got nothing to do with the trick. It's just part of the printing. So you think, well, maybe I can cut that strip off, but then it's going to be a lot smaller than the other cards. So no, you can't. Like, it's just dreadful. They don't even tell you how to, in their 3.5, 4 minute tutorial, they don't even have to tell you how to force the suite. You just have to kind of come up with your own method. So I used a glide. And then the other problem with this is the story is absolute tat. Like, if you're going to do a thing where you tell a story, at least have somebody who knows how to write a story write it. It's incoherent rubbish. Once upon a time, there was a very small, green-skinned man with a wooden stake in his head, who, and you asked him something, said he did not remember anything. Further down the road, what road? We weren't going down a road. We were starting off with once upon a time. Now we're going down a road? Like, it's just terrible. I mean, the only thing about this is whoever they've had design the book is really, really nice. It's really a good book. But realistically, when you've got to this moment right here, I'm sorry, that wouldn't fool a blind monkey. It really, really wouldn't. You can tell that moment from a mile off. As you unfold it, it just keeps popping open. There's nothing you can do about that. I know performing this in front of a bunch of kids, they're going to see that moment right there. And it talks in the tutorial about how it's specially hinged in order to... It's held in place with some sellotape. That's your hinge. Your hinge is some sellotape. Like, this is a perfect example of what I was talking about on the rant the other day, a brain fart. Why? You're a kid. Do you like the story?
No.
Do you like the trick? Do you like anything about this? Like, it's terrible in every way, shape or form.
Yeah,
this is a total,
terrible.
complete and utter cash grab. And all that's going to happen is this is just going to end up in our bin, because no self-respecting performer would ever perform this. If you want a good trick that you can do at Halloween, use socks. Use the Halloween edition of socks. That's so much better. Not this. This is just terrible. It's just awful. What do you think about this? I want you to give your opinion. Is there any saving grace about this at all?
No.
Anything good about it at all? I don't think there is. What do you think?
That just looked terrible.
That doesn't look good at all. And what's that meant to be coming out of him? It's meant to be a bandage? Why does it turn red? No.
Why did it turn blue?
Why does it turn blue? I know, exactly. It just doesn't make any sense at all. And this moment where you put this in here and then you get it's just ridiculous. Absolutely terrible. I'm going to give this 0%. And no, minus 1,000%.
Minus 1 million.
Minus 1 million%. This is just dreadful. I mean, the actual book is made out of a good quality material. Not good enough that it'll survive a pair of scissors. Have you got a pair of scissors? Because this is going to go in the bin. It's going to go in the bin because it's complete and total tat. As it is going to go in the bin, you may as well cut it up to make it easier to put in the bin. So here's the thing. This is what I need to know. This is why magic producers, Zen Magic, whoever you are, if you're producing this, why are you just putting out half-arsed tricks that are just terrible, inconceived, terribly thought out? If you're going to tell a story in a book, there needs to be more magical content than this, else it's just a book that I can buy from Amazon. I can buy 1 million Halloween storybooks that are better than this. I can buy pop-up books that are better than this. So, and the story will make way more sense than your story. So it has to live and die by the magical content. And the magical content is terrible. And using some sellotape as the hinge is just awful. This trick is terrible. And Zen Magic, I don't know, but you seem as bad as End Magic in my opinion. This trick is terrible. Minus 1,000% from Ryland, minus 100% from me. Please, please, if you've got any other ideas like this, just keep them locked up in your creative locker. We don't want to see them. Okay, so the final trick today, we have Flight of Fancy by David Regal. David Regal's Flight of Fancy. This has been brought out by Penguin Magic, by P3 Magic. And basically, I'm not going to tell you anything about it. I'm going to get Ryland to do a performance of this. So let's have a look at a performance and then we'll talk about exactly what we think.
Yeah. Okay, so here I have 2 decks of cards. We don't need the blue one at the moment, so I'll put that over there. We only need to use the red one.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to use the red pack of cards. You can see that they are all different.
I see this. Yes.
You can see that they're all different. And what I want you to do is I want you to touch a card.
Any card.
Yep.
Keep going. That one.
That one.
Yeah.
You want that card?
Yeah.
Take it. Look at it and remember it.
Got it. You want me to show the camera?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
Cool.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to put it somewhere in the pack right there.
Got it.
Okay, so you're going to put it there.
Yeah.
Now, by doing this, I can take that card from that deck and put it in there. By doing this.
I don't believe you.
You don't believe me?
No.
Do you not?
No.
Well, I can prove it. Look. You can see that there is actually a red card right there.
Just one.
Just one red card. And you can see that that is the only red card.
That cannot be my card.
Well, we'll take it in a minute and we'll see.
Okay.
Okay, we'll put it there.
Okay.
Got a lot of space for this. Okay, now I'm going to prove that your card has actually gone. I don't even know what your card is. Look.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah. Tell me what your card is.
The 5 of diamonds.
The 5 of diamonds.
There's a 5 of hearts.
There's a 5 of hearts.
5 of spades.
5 of spades. 5 of clubs.
5 of clubs.
Don't see a 5 of diamonds.
Dude, I don't see a 5 of diamonds.
And do you want me to tell you why?
Why?
Turn over that card.
No way. Seriously?
Yeah, do it.
It can't be. It's the 5 of diamonds!
Yeah, how cool is that, man?
That's incredible.
It is.
So there you go. That's Flight of Fancy by David Regal. Really good performance. Really good trick. Very much like this. I know there's going to be people out there that are going to go, oh, you know, I don't like carrying 2 decks of cards around for what is in essence a 1 card cards across. But I think the fact that you've got a red deck and a blue deck really kind of gives this routine clarity. Now, I've actually done something similar to this. I didn't do it as like a card jumping from one place to another, but the core principle I actually used in a completely different trick that's used as a sort of a premonition type thing, which is great, but David's taken it to an entirely new level. What's really nice about this is at no point, and correct me if I'm wrong, because you're the one performing this, at no point do you actually know what the spectator's card is.
No.
Like, which is so weird, because you've got the red deck, you've got the blue deck. You say that you're going to make the card jump across. You show there's a red card in the blue deck. You show that the card's vanished. But all through this, you genuinely have no idea what their card is.
No, you don't.
That's just baffling to me. Like, that's just so weird. You have no idea what their card is. I mean, that's just a really cool moment. Just from a method point of view, that's like really clever. It's pretty much an instant reset. You can reset it on the fly in front of the audience as you're putting the decks away. You do need both decks of cards. The vanish of the card is genius, especially how the card vanishes, how you actually know how you actually are able to make the card jump across into the other deck is genius. It's actually a very, very clever method. And very easy to do, isn't it? It's completely self-working.
Yeah, it's very easy.
It's even easier than the big kick.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. You literally, you just take the red deck out, you have them pick a card, you have it put back, you take the blue deck out, you show that there's a red card in there, you spread out and show that the card's gone, and you show that's their card. And there's no moves.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's easy to do. You are going to need a table, but you don't need a soft surface or anything like that. It's well made. The decks are both gaffed. You can't use them for any other routine, but they are very well made. So you won't need, they're going to last you a long time.
Well, you might be able to use them for another routine. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe the red one.
Maybe the red one, maybe. Yeah. Might be able to come up with a different trick with them anyway. But, I mean, it's clever. It's a very clever, when you actually think about it, it's the holy grail. They have a free choice of card, no force, the card's put back in the pack, genuinely, with no sleight of hand, you show that the card's gone. And with this pack over here, you show there's one red card, and at no point do you even know what the card is. And you show the red cards in there before you even show that the card's vanished. A little while ago, we reviewed Red Card by Roberto Obie. On this very show, we reviewed it. You performed it.
Yeah.
And it was by Penguin Magic. And I actually think this is better than Red Card. I really do. I love that it's a transposition, that you're making that one blue card jump into the red pack. Couple of live performances as well. You see David Regal doing this in a live performance situation, which is great. And as well as the live performances, you get the full tutorial by David. It's not a long tutorial because it's so easy. There's nothing really that you need to know. But yeah, it's a really good trick. The question you have to ask yourself is, do you want to carry 2 decks of cards around to do what is in essence a card vanishing from one deck and going into another? It's up to you. If you're wanting a really solid, very easy to do routine where you can have that moment without any sleight of hand at all, so you can focus on presentation, then this would be maybe a trick for you. You might want to do this as a lead into a cards across. So you have one card jump, and then you say, well, you know what? Let's see if we can try this with more than one card. Let's see if we can do it with 3 cards. And you put one of the decks away and you do it with 3 cards. I don't know. There's lots of different ways of actually going from this as a lead into another routine.
Yeah.
Or it's strong enough to actually run on its own as well.
Yeah.
I really like it. I'm going to give it 90%. It's not the greatest trick of all time.
It's still good.
But it's good, and the method is really clever. What are you going to give it?
97%.
97%. So it's 97% from Ryland. It's 90% from me. It's really good. Let's wrap this up.
And that's right, fancy. And that's another review show in the bag. That's another review show in the bag. That's another review show in the bag.
It is another review show in the bag. We've got to go now. We've got to head to Cardiff for a show. So we're off to Cardiff again. We're in Cardiff all the time.
Oh, you Cardiff.
Well, we're on a train journey, miles away. So we're leaving now. Filming is very early on a Sunday morning.
Go.
We've got to wrap this up. Thanks very much for joining me and him right here on Magic TV. We will be back again next Wednesday with another review show. And in the meantime, if you haven't already done so, please follow Ryland on Instagram. He's got over 13,000 followers.
Have I?
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you hit 13,000 now. Totally. You're on the way to 14. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. And if you haven't already done so, go check out the Netrix at
www.thenetrix.com.smellycraigpetty.poopy.
I'm pretty sure that's not the URL, to be honest, Ryan. I think it stopped at .com. I don't think the other bit you need. That's to a special hidden page that no one's meant to know about. I can't believe you told everyone. So make sure you go check out the Netrix, the #1 streaming platform in the world. Totally, or at least it will be. And I'll be back again tomorrow with another video, and Ryland will be back with me next Wednesday with another review show. Thank you once again for watching. My name's Craig.
My name's Ryland.
We'll see you again. Take care. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Ryland. We got to go to Cardiff. Let's go.
Let's go, Cardiff.